Welcome everybody back to another Netflix Nice for You, number 8. And this time we're going through Netflix streaming for Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, Season 1. And you know what? Before I get started, let's see what they have for a synopsis just really quick here through streaming. In 1980s LA, a crew of misfits reinvent themselves as the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, a comedy by the team behind Orange is the New Black. It stars Alison Brie, Betty Gilpin, and Mark Maron. And right off the bat, I gotta tell you guys, I have not seen Orange is the New Black. I've not seen one single episode of that show. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. I'm going to get a lot of flack from you guys, but I have never watched the show. I hear it's good. I hear it's really good. I've just never really had the impulse to watch it. Maybe one of these days I may delve into it, but right now haven't had the chance to do it. But a while back I saw the trailer for Glow and I loved it. True confession, guys, from about 1985, when I was about 3 or so years old, to about probably 2001, I was a huge wrestling fan. Huge wrestling fan. I bought the magazines, I bought the books, I went to live shows when they came to my town. You know, I would eat all that up. I would literally watch anything that I could with wrestling. I loved it. And so this was right down my alley. Completely 100% was right down my alley. And the nostalgia factor here is high. The music is pure 80s. I mean, right in your face. It's 80s, it's pop songs, everything you recognize. They get the 80s right. The fashion, the hairstyles. There's nothing in it that takes you out saying, oh, they completely whiffed on this. They don't. It's all good. So you never have to worry about that, not one bit. Also, I guess I would also say that the comedy here is really good. Sometimes there's broad comedy, sometimes it's a little bit of slapstick, but it's always, I would say, it's always on point. You're never taken out of it. Also, I'm a big fan. If people have been really noticing my reviews and noticing everything that I've been saying about Blu-rays that I've been picking up as of recent, I love female empowerment. I like strong female characters. And there's a lot of female empowerment in this show. There's a ton of it. I mean, it just oozes off of the screen, guys. It is so great. And yeah, not every character is strong. They've got their flaws. But I think they all are trying to represent themselves. There's never a moment where you feel like they're trying to be weak for the sake of being weak. They're females who want equal to men. You know, they want the roles. They want the money, they want all that stuff. They want to get the equal share that the men get. And as you know, back in the 80s, that wasn't entirely the case. It still really isn't entirely the case today, but in the 80s, it definitely wasn't the case then. So there's that. And Alison Brie, for instance, plays this character who is an actress, very over the top, very theatrical, and she just can't get the roles she wants. She basically wants the boss. She wants the person who's very expressive, but all she can get is really this secretary role. The secretary roles, the damsel in distress roles, they'd even talk about, you know, hey, you're doing porn. They talk about it right in the show. That's what they do. And she wants more. And basically what happens is that there's this casting call for this new show where all these ladies are going to wrestle. It's going to be a female wrestling league. And back in the day, WWF, now of course WWE, was very, very popular. I mean, it was booming. I mean, you had Hulk Hogan, you had Ric Flair, you had Andre the Giant, you had the Macho Man, you had, you know, the $1 Million Man, you had Bret Hart, you had so many of these personalities coming together, and they wanted to create that league. And by the way, guys, this is all based, a lot of it in some ways is based on a true story. There actually was a real Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling show, which lasted about roughly 4 years, from about 1986 to, I believe, 1990, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong or inaccurate about that, please comment down below, let me know. But basically, these females have to learn how to wrestle. They have to get character personalities for, you know, their wrestling personas. And the show really takes you into how these ladies sort of deal with all that, and the struggles that they deal with as females, and the struggles that they're dealing with to try to inhabit these roles and trying to make something that's going to be special, that's going to be well liked by the audience. It's really, really great. Another actor I really got to point out is Marc Maron, who I believe has a show on IFC, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't watched it, but I heard it's really good. He plays the director of the show, and the guy's kind of a jerk, kind of a sleazeball, but he's kind of likable too. He has a heart of gold, but he doesn't really show it all that much. And Marc Maron is fantastic here, man. He really just goes for it, whether it's, you know, cussing out the ladies or, you know, snorting coke on the side or something. I mean, he's really going for it, man. He's loving it. And you could tell they gave him a really juicy, meaty role that he can really dig himself into. In fact, all these females, even the side ones, I feel like get good moments throughout the episodes. And it's 10 episodes, guys, and each episode is about 35 to 37 minutes long, give or take, and it just breezes by. It literally, I binge watched this thing in a day, guys. I mean, literally, after I got done with the first couple episodes, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to continue to keep on going here. I'm just going to do it. And by the time it was like, you know, 10 or 11 p.m., I got done with the 10th episode, and I'm like, this was quick. This flew by. The storylines are interesting. The characters are interesting. I never once felt bored. I was always rooting for the characters. I was rooting for them to get this off of the ground and make this successful. And I'm really hoping that we get a season 2. There hasn't been a confirmation for season 2. There hasn't been any hints that they're going to renew it. But you know what? I really hope they do. And they leave a few dangling threads of, you know, will the show be successful? Will certain characters try to be friends? Will they grow apart? What will happen with the director? There's a lot of things. I'm not trying to spoil it, guys. I really want you guys to enjoy the show. Discover it like I did. It is such a great show to watch. And, you know, for me, like I said, the nostalgia factor is high. The female empowerment is really great in this series. And, you know, I like the dark TV shows. I watch The Walking Dead. I watch that stuff. But every now and again, you need something a little bit lighthearted. You need something a little bit... I guess something to cheer for is what you really need. And Glow is just that. It was a real, like, boost for a TV show that I haven't had in a really long time. And I just can't wait to delve into it more. I mean, I just really want a season 2. And, you know, Netflix right now is, you know, renewing so many shows right now. Why not give this a second season? I think it's been getting, as far as I'm concerned, pretty glowing reviews from critics and people just watching it. I'm one of them now, guys. I'm one of them. So this is a high recommend. Definitely, if you have Netflix streaming, check it out. Even if you just want to watch the first couple episodes and then decide from there. But at least give it a shot, guys, because I don't think you're going to be disappointed one bit. And honestly, it's some of the best TV that I've seen in a long while. I think TV's sort of getting kind of drab, a little boring, not as much fun as it used to be. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the stuff I'm watching compared to maybe stuff you might be watching, but this really engaged me in a way that I hadn't been engaged in a really long time. Alright guys, so that was my thoughts and opinions on Glow Season 1 on Netflix streaming. Check it out if you can. And guys, look, if you have any thoughts about the show, if you've seen anything interesting on Netflix that you want to talk about, comment down below. Also, if you like this video and you like all the other videos I've been doing, hit that subscribe button and you're going to get a lot more of it. Also, I am on Twitter, FilmFan108, if you guys want to connect with me there. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for another review. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.